Hopefully that's good. The pointing of the finger is wicked, but God loves. God loves and is merciful even unto the wicked. I don't know who designed the statue of Crazy Horse. Like I said, I met a living descendant. But I respect the fact that that man was willing to die and fight for the protection of his family. And so I'm going to try and do an honorable representation of the lineages of the indigenous nations. And keep in mind, I have probably East Coast Native American lineage. Very small, obviously, but still, I feel a deep connection to the sacred spirit of the Native American people. So it's out of respect. So here we are, Crazy Horse. So in the days of Noah, our ancestor, all mankind's ancestor, in the days of Noah, a great flood came upon the earth and flooded even that mountain. The waters covered above that mountain, even above Everest. And when the flood subsided and God let Noah and his 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, go free and reproduce and be fruitful and multiply, they begat sons and their sons' sons and their sons' sons' sons. And we have what we have today, our lineages, right? I'm German, English, Irish, and part Native American. And I want to tell the history of our people, the people of mankind, all nations, right? So in Genesis, Shem, I think, we don't know the exact ages of Shem, Ham, and Japheth, or their lineage and birth order. You know, it's kind of a guess. Shem, Ham, and then Japheth was probably the youngest son. The sons of, the descendants of the Middle East come from Shem, and the descendants of Asia come from Shem, and probably the descendants of the Native Americans if they kept going further and further east. Native Americans, Asians, and Middle Eastern peoples, and some, maybe even some African peoples, trace their lineage through Shem. Japheth, Japheth, he became the descendants, his descendants became, the descendants of the Greeks, the Romans, the Europeans, the Norse, the Russians, and the Irish. So that was kind of where Japheth, and maybe even some north coast of Africa, because they were shipmen. Japheth apparently was a good shipbuilder, and his grandsons, the sons of Javan, became good shipbuilders. So even after the flood, and the Vikings, right, the sons of Javan, right, they kept the shipbuilding quality of their grandpa Noah, our great grandpa. He's the whole world's great grandpa, Noah, and the first one is Adam. So whoever your grandpa is, you can trace it all the way back to Adam, and you can trace it for sure all the way back to Noah. So every person you see, whether their skin is white, black, brown, or any other color in between or whatever, we all have the same grandpa, great grandpa Noah. So yes, and then Ham became the descendants of some Middle Eastern peoples and most African peoples, Egyptians, Mitzrayim. And so you can find those answers in the book of Genesis, like hence the name Answers in Genesis, right, from Ken Ham's Creation Museum. I want to read a specific passage for you, right, and then probably end the video, and then you can enjoy the beauty of your culture and respect those who have come before you, and learn the difference between righteousness and wickedness, and learn to live in faith in the Great Spirit and the good Lord and the Holy Creator, and in His Son, His Chaska, the Lakota name for firstborn son, the Chaska of Wakan, the Chaska of Tokoshida. The Son of God is Jesus Christ. All right. And God blessed, so Genesis chapter 9. And God blessed Noah and his sons and said to them, be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth. The fear of you and the dread of you shall be upon every beast of the earth and upon every bird of the heavens, upon everything that creeps on the ground and all the fish of the sea. Into your hand they are delivered. Every moving thing that lives shall be food for you. And as I give you the green plants, I give you everything. But you shall not eat flesh with its life, that is, its blood. And for your lifeblood I will require a reckoning. For every beast I will require it, and from his fellow man I will require a reckoning for the life of man. Whoever sheds the blood of man, by man shall his blood be shed. For God made man in his own image. And you, be fruitful and multiply, increase greatly on the earth and multiply in it. And God said to Noah and to his sons with him, behold, I establish my covenant with you and your offspring after you, and with every living creature that is with you, the birds and the livestock, and every beast of the earth with you, as many as came out of the ark. It is for every beast of the earth I establish my covenant with you, that never again shall all flesh be cut off from the waters of the flood. And never again shall there be a flood to destroy the earth. And God said this. And God said, this is the sign of the covenant that I make between me and you and every living creature that is with you for all future generations. I have set my bow in the cloud. It shall be a sign of the covenant between me and the earth. When I bring clouds over the earth and the bow is seen in the clouds, I will remember my covenant that is between me and you and every living creature of all flesh, and the waters shall never again become a flood to destroy all flesh. When the bow is in the clouds, I will set it and remember the everlasting covenant between God and every living creature of all flesh that is on the earth. God said to Noah, this is the sign of the covenant that I have established between me and all flesh that is on the earth. The sons of Noah who went forth from the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Ham was the father of Canaan. These three were the sons of Noah, and from these the people of the whole earth were dispersed. And a dove flies by. Why? Why not? Why not, God? As he let the dove go out of the ark, and it landed on Ararat. Pigeon, or whatever you want to call it. Noah began to be a man of the soil, and he planted a vineyard. He drank the wine. He drank of the wine and became drunk and lay uncovered in his tent. And Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father and told his two brothers outside. Then Shem and Japheth took a garment and laid it on both their shoulders and walked backward. And covered the nakedness of their father. Their faces were turned backward, and they did not see their father's nakedness. When Noah awoke from his wine and knew what his youngest son had done to him, he said, cursed be Canaan, a servant of servants shall he be to his brothers. He also said, blessed be the Lord, the God of Shem, and let Canaan be his servant. May God enlarge Japheth, and let him dwell in the tents of Shem, and let Canaan be his servant. After the flood, Noah lived 350 years. All the days of Noah were 950 years, and he died. In chapter 10, gets into the very detailed list of where our all human ancestry descends. So if you want to read that for yourself, I challenge you. Read Genesis chapter 10. That's your homework for 10 and 11. All the way to the call of Abram. That's your homework. That's your assignment from Mr. Alexander James Weiss, American Preacher 07. Follow me as I follow Christ. So, yeah. Genesis chapter 10 and 11. There's your answers. Peace. I love you all. I love you all. Peace.